glad you came.
After all, I never get on the stage to preach. I do my thing and I do it sincerely. And I want the audience to love me. And the only way to do that is to let them know that I care about them and love them.
I'm gonna play that part again so you can all shout hey. All right? Okay. You want to do it again, don't you? All right, okay. How about the ladies doing it all by themselves? Let's hear them. Okay, fellas, now it's your turn. You see, there are men in my audiences, too. Very good. I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
Oh, I gotta tell you, so many people here have asked me whether this is my piano, and I'm rather proud to say it is. There are only two in the whole world like it. Thank you very much. And I got both of them. I always carry my own bench. Oh, I waited a long time for this particular one, as you can imagine. It's covered in white virgin mink. Yeah, And you know how rare that is.
Now, this boogie woogie I've been playing for you is a kind that is known as boogie woogie 8 to the bar. Here's a little invention of my own. Boogie woogie 16 to the bar. Blame me for laughing, you know. Sometimes I look at all this stuff and I can hardly believe it myself. Oh, well. My clothes may look funny, but they're making me the money. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, wait, I gotta tell you. Remember that bank I used to cry all the way to? I bought it. I love it, I tell you. I kind of like this place. We'll see. Okay, this is for the newlyweds, who incidentally, ladies and gentlemen, are a most unusual couple. I understand it's the second time around for both of them. She's 65, and he's 71, and they've requested a very beautiful song.
It's impossible.
Ladies and gentlemen, I had the pleasure of doing a show with my good friend Jack Benny, and I introduced a number on that show for the first time that I thought he announced in a very unique sort of way. So if I may borrow his words, he said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Liberace is now going to play two well-known piano compositions. One is the Prelude in C sharp minor by Rachmaninoff. The other is the love theme from the motion picture The Godfather by Nino Rota. And he's going to play them both at the same time, which proves he's not only a great musician, but a big show-off." Nobody kids myself more than I do. I think the public appreciates the fact that I get a bigger charge out of my costumes, my candelabra, and all this sort of showmanship than even the people in my audiences do. The only thing that hurts me is when the criticism goes below the belt, so to speak. I find that there is a sort of cancerous journalism that is out to destroy a person, and this is very difficult to correct. Take the case of my London libel suit, for example, the largest libel settlement in the English courts that had ever been awarded an individual. A total stranger like Cassandra said something that was so distasteful that people who had never been aware of my presence at reading this could instantaneously hate me. It is amazing that so many people think that my name, Liberace, is a stage name. Yet, early in my career, when I told them what my name was, they said, "Well, you will have to change your name because nobody can pronounce that." So for about 6 months, I was known as Walter Buster Keys, which is a terrible name. But I suppose I really did have a mouthful for a name. My first name is Walter, my middle name is Valentino, and my last name really is Liberace. I realized very, very early in my career that the demands of being a concert pianist were very exhausting. And I always liked to have had some kind of fun with my work. I didn't want it to be a force that made me do something I didn't really want to become. I was happy to play classical music. I loved it. But the people that I played the classical music for were just a handful of musical purist types. And these were really not the people that I wanted to please. I really longed to please the man on the street. And as one critic once said in a review of my San Francisco concert several years ago, he said, "Liberace is no Rubinstein, but neither is Rubinstein a Liberace."
course, it hasn't always been as easy as this. Several years ago now, I was suddenly stricken with an acute kidney failure which lasted 4 or 5 days. After analysis, the doctors discovered that I had absorbed a poisonous amount of a deadly carbon tetrachloride. So I was sitting in my hospital room one day, and these 8 doctors all came in the room and said, "Do you want to know the truth?" And I said, "Yes." So they told me. They said, "The only thing we can suggest is that you make out your will and put your store in proper order."
Down in the meadow in a itty-bitty pool swam 3 little fishies and the mama fishy too. "Swim," said the mama fishy, "swim if you can." And they swam right over the dam. Boop, boop, did-em, dat-em, wat-em, chew. A boop, boop, did-em, dat-em, wat-em, chew. A boop, boop, did-em, dat-em, wat-em, chew. They swam right over the dam. Oh, they don't write lyrics like that anymore. Thank God. Now I'd like to play the same song for you the way I did many years ago at one of my first concerts in the styles of some of the classical composers of the past. Here's the beautiful blue 3 Little Fishies Waltz by Johann Strauss.
After the doctors had told me I was going to die, I had the last rites, and when that was all over, a little sister came in and said, "Everybody in this hospital is praying for you." And she handed me a little book called St. Anthony's Treasury. St. Anthony was the worker of miracles. So I asked my business manager that if I carried out my will as I had requested, how much money would I have left? And he told me that in cold, hard cash, after taking care of everybody, I had about $750,000 left. So I proceeded to spend $750,000.
Now, would you believe the second Hungarian 3 Little Fishies Rhapsody by Franz Liszt? This is Jaja's favorite one.
But I spent that $750,000 not on myself because I was a lost cause, but on other people. I bought presents like you wouldn't believe. I bought my mother some beautiful jewelry, diamonds, rubies, emeralds. I even bought a house for somebody. I bought silver, motorcycles, automobiles. It took me about 2 weeks to spend my money until finally I was broke. Fortunately, as you know, I recovered. I left the hospital and I was home in time for Christmas. And then everyone was happy.
Could you stand another one?
In some of the top supper clubs of America. Receiving a standing ovation at the Waldorf Astoria one night. Going up to my dressing room, changing my clothes, and walking out on the street afterward and becoming a complete non-entity. And I truly wasn't happy. I was not sure that I was doing the right thing, musically or entertainment-wise, until television came into my life. And almost overnight, you know, I was being seen by 20 million, 30 million people. And I became known to so many people that it really made me think that at last I was doing the right thing. I think that possibly one of the great accomplishments in my life is that I'm one of the most recognizable persons, the most waved at persons. Let's put it this way, from taxi drivers, truck drivers, to waitresses, waiters. As I walk through the lobby of a hotel, ladies who are polishing the floor look up. They recognize me, they know me, and I love it. I think that being a concert pianist would have been very, very lonely. I suppose that as long as I do remain a bachelor, people are going to ask me why I have never married. I don't think too many people know this, but I come from a family of divorce, and this has made an imprint on my mind. I probably would be very much like my brother George. George is happily married for the 5th time. I came awfully close to getting married 2 or 3 times, but some incident occurred, you know, which gave me a warning of what to expect, and it kind of turned me off.
Well, how do you like this number? It's conservative, isn't it? Yeah. It's not the loudest one, but it's the most expensive. You know why? Because of the buttons. Yeah, they're real diamond buttons. Yeah, in fact, the buttons cost more than the suit. But I couldn't come out just in the buttons. Coax me. I'll make that centerfold yet. You know what the gimmick is with the buttons? On each button, there's a letter, see, and all together they spell out my name. That makes them deductible. Yeah. See, you want to see? Here's the L-I-B on this side, see it? Here's the E-R-A, and then the C-E is in the back there, see? Yeah. Are you looking at the buttons? You know, I was just going to say, I love this theater because you're all so close and I can hear all the things you whisper and everything. No, all during the show, I've been hearing little things like, could I see your rings? You want to see them, do you? Sure, don't be afraid to ask to see anything. Sure. I'll be right over. Let me show. It's a candelabra. And that other thing is a watch. It's shaped like a piano. See it? Yeah, I got some more yet. This one here. This one doesn't represent anything. It's just made out of the leftovers. Yeah, see? You like it? Bracelet? Oh, listen, I'm glad you want to see it because let's face it, you bought it. Let me show. You want to see? Here you go. Yeah, the watch is underneath the diamonds. In case you have to tell the time, you press 2 diamonds, the lid opens up, see? Yeah, it keeps very good time. It's about 20 rubies to 11 diamonds. Yeah. Let me show the young man here. See what you get if you practice? You like it? Hi. Yeah, I love yours. Let me see it, honey. Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. That's a big stone. I love it. It's nice to have a big one if you have a choice, isn't it? Yeah, that's gorgeous. My stones aren't large, but I didn't have to do anything to get mine. Oh, my.
Can you open your watch?
Sure, you want to see it open? There you go. There you go. That's pretty, honey. Good. That's a start, huh? Yeah, look at all the young girls here. I thought only the old ladies liked me. Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you very much. That was fun. Let me see. What's this here? Isn't that lovely? Oh, I love that, honey. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. That's good.
I love my work, and I love to think that I make people happy through my work. And the purpose of doing it, to make a living, has long passed. Let's face it, I can be just as happy with $1 million as I can with $2 million. And as my mother often tells me, you can only wear one suit at a time, you can only live in one house at a time, and you can only drive one car at a time. And she's absolutely right. But I love doing my thing. It's not totally unselfish. It brings me great pleasure, too. It brings me great satisfaction. I have gone out on the stage feeling absolutely horrible with a bad cold or a virus infection. And there is a tremendous kind of natural adrenaline that happens when you walk out in front of an audience. The kind of thing that is almost therapeutic. And quite honestly, I think if that were taken away from me, I would really lose the desire to want to live.
I've heard stories about myself that gave me ideas I never even had before. Oh, dear. And that ain't all. I started them. Never say goodbye. Say ciao till we meet again. Say ciao. Though the time has come for us to part, you always will remain within my heart. So please don't shed a tear. Say ciao. You'll be always near. Somehow time will disappear, so hold me dear and never say goodbye. Say ciao. You know, ladies and gentlemen, when words are hard to find to say what's on my mind, I just speak one little word in Italian. To those I must leave behind, please don't shed a tear. Say ciao, you'll be always near. Somehow
I have no message for the world except that I think sometimes people do not realize how truly fortunate they are just to have their health and to have the pleasure of their family and be blessed with good and loyal friends.
thank you very much. And for you, for me,
Thank you very much. Bless you.
Altogether.
Thank you very much.
ciao.